A Tennessee man faces child sex abuse charges in at least 2 states. Tristan Hicks was arrested this week in Overton County. The TBI said he paid to have kids send him sexual abuse material through social media and text messages. Agents found Hicks had several victims in the Cookeville area and across the country, including one in Virginia. Now the TBI is asking anyone who has been in contact with Hicks on TikTok or Snapchat to give them a call. According to an Internet Crimes Against Children branch in Knoxville, there are on average 137 reports of financial sextortion every day here in Tennessee. That's when a predator tricks a child into sending an incriminating photo and then goes right around and blackmails them, threatening to share it publicly. And those kids are so scared. There's also been a rise in sadistic online enticement. That is where predators encourage children to harm themselves or others. Experts say the biggest thing you can do to help your child navigate that online world is to do it together and just constantly check your kid's phone.